Welcome to Psychology of the Daf. We are in Gemara Pesachim, Daf Tes Zayin. Now, this Gemara quotes a pasuk about not eating blood. The pasuk is in Devarim, Perek Yud Beis, pasuk Chaf Gimel, and it says, "Rak Chazak Lavilti Achol Hadam Ki Adam Hu Hanefesh." It says, "Be strong. Do not drink the blood of the animal, because the blood is the soul." And when it says be strong, obviously there's some kind of a Yetzer Hara to drink the blood, and we should understand that a little bit. So there's an ancient idea that in most cultures throughout the world, that blood is some kind of life force. And it's a natural conclusion that anybody would draw, even with no medical training. After all, when a person is emotional, he feels his heart beat, he feels blood rushing through his arteries. If a person bleeds out, he dies. So thus the ancients believed that by drinking the blood of their victim, animal, or in some cases human, they could somehow draw in their life force. This is the partial explanation for the commandment, because it's stressing do not behave in such a crude manner. And also, there are more mystical explanations that the blood itself represents animalistic desires, and one must not eat the blood, meaning one must not gratify their animal needs. Now, it's rare to find somebody today who desires to drink blood, but we do live in a culture that has great difficulty with animal needs, and our culture does pretend that repression is harmful and primitive. The idea of sexual restraint is alien to the secular culture we live in, but you can't fight or change human nature easily. Ironically, those who claim to have no inhibitions, sexually or otherwise, can be most oppressive and repressive toward themselves and others in different ways. Perhaps they torture themselves by exercise or eating excessively, or they go overboard in terms of environmental or health concerns. Perhaps they decry animal abuse because, after all, they're living things, but then they advocate abortion even for non-medical reasons. The point is, humans thrive when they appropriately manage and conserve their impulses. Humans experience subtle and sublime emotions of peace, tranquility, and self-mastery when they're able to work within certain limits instead of gratifying every urge. There is no way to escape this basic idea of human nature. It is like pretending that you do not need to sleep. You can cheat sleep for a while, but it always catches up with you, or you become ill. So too, with all essential aspects of human nature, when people try to run away from that part, they just seek new and different and crazy ways to oppress or repress themselves, oftentimes with less helpful results.